everybody. Thank the Lord it's Thursday, and we are super excited once again to be here on this wonderful Thursday. It's your girl, Nashonda Larimore, here with Transplant Talk with Nashonda as part of Save 1,000 Lives nonprofit organization. And we are all about educating and bringing awareness to organ donation. We have over 100,000 people in this country waiting to receive the gift of life. And we want to kill all the myths about becoming an organ donor and what it involves and entails to becoming an organ donor. So thank you once again for coming back. Um, yeah, hey, Drea. I want to say happy. Let me make sure I put the banner up just in case you all don't know what this month is. All right, so this is. Okay, I thought I had it. This is National Organ Donor Month, just in case you all didn't know. And we are here bringing awareness to it. And today they're asking, or this month they're asking everybody, be the change, right? Be the change. Be the person that helps someone to get a second chance, a life-saving transplant. And so as part of April's is National Donate Month, Donate Life Month. Okay. Tomorrow is actually Wear Blue and Green Day. So I'm a little early because I have on a little blue. And it might be green if you really get a good look on it. But we are excited again to be here. I have done a controversial show before. Said, you know what? It's time to have another controversial show. I want to give, I want to send our regards to Mr. John Chevis, who actually passed away earlier this year. And I played his video last night. I did not know. So my condolences to his family. He was the patient that he received a kidney, but he was also HIV positive. And there are only two organs right now that can be that you can receive a transplant on, and one is a kidney and one is a liver. See there? I bet you didn't know that, and you might have forgot it. But that December 3rd, I want to say we did the show with John and with Greg and with Aisha, all the way from Georgia. So once again, we are here. We're going to try to keep this short and cute, but very informative. So you already know what I need you to do. Let me know where's everyone from? Where are you from? Where are you tuning in from? Let us know. And then also make sure that you tag somebody, as my Bishop Rudolph McKissick said. We're gonna tell and tag someone about this. I promise you, you want to text, tell, and tag somebody about this show, because okay, this show here, I can't believe what he did. I just cannot believe. But he's still here. He's alive now. The views of my guest are his views, okay, and he'll do his disclaimer as well, okay. I just wanted to put that out there, but um, let us get started. I want to bring him in. Thank you, everybody. Make sure that you share. I want to bring my guest in, but of course, um, I gotta bring out the red carpet for him because he's a special guest. He is a chef. Let me tell y'all something. Chef can cook, okay? He can cook. He can cook. Y'all might want to bring him in there and be your own private chef. My birthday is next month. We're about a month away. Maybe I could get him to cook me some food. I don't know. We just gonna throw that out there. We just gonna throw that out. Maybe he could cook me something for my birthday. That definitely would be nice. And there goes my people. Hello, Cedria again. Hello, Dad. Right? And hello, Mom. You know, of course, they're calling, or not calling. They're all the way in Merritt Island. So grateful to have them here. We can begin this show now because my parents and you are here. So let me roll out this red carpet for our special guest today, Mr. Cheff Juvon.
That
Y'all
was
like that?
nice.
Y'all like that? You like that?
I like that. I like that. Yeah, 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 yeah. That. I
Uh-oh.
like that. Yes.
Yes. Come on. I'm gonna try to match your energy. And
Yes. Come on through. Yes.
he's full of excitement, y'all. And
Yes.
I need that energy in my life right now. I need that energy. So thank you, sir, for being part of the TTWEN network. And we welcome you to the show.
Thank you so much. It's a pleasure and an honor. Thank you for having me on.
The honor and the pleasure is all mine. So this is your first time on TTWN. So I want you to tell our guests and the people that are watching, if you don't see that little live button up there, you would say, hey, you watched the replay. But tell everybody right now, Mr. Chef Juvon, who you are. Who are you, sir?
I am Chef Juvon. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
I'm an award-winning celebrity chef from New York City. Been living here in Florida now 5 years. That this month made 5 years. I'm still a New Yorkan. I ain't no Floridian here, and and I'm a child of God. And that's who I am.
All right. Okay, now I just want the audience to know what's your specialty while you are in that kitchen cooking. What's your specialty?
Um, my signature dish is jerk shrimp and lobster bisque grits. It's not, when you ask a chef what's their specialty, it's kind of like limiting them. Like
Okay.
you shouldn't have a specialty. When you ask somebody what their specialty is, a chef, if he names one thing, that is what he focuses on because that's his specialty.
Okay.
So jerk shrimp and lobster bisque grits used to be my specialty. It's our signature dish, but I'm just as good as cooking that. I can cook other things as well.
Mm-hmm. All right now. Okay.
I got to powder up. Excuse me.
Oh, all right, because we're gonna talk for a little while. We will be talking for a little while. So go ahead and get what you got. And while you're doing that, I had the my daughter is my actual sponsor tonight, Melanie by Chanel Jones, and so that was her promo being my sponsor. So if you want the shea butter, and hold on, I want y'all to see because I actually have some. So she has this infused oil that she uses, and Mama is never ashy. Okay, so if you all are interested in that,
Oh,
let
yeah.
me know. Inbox me because that's my baby, and I support her fully, and she supports her mama. Now
That's good.
back to you. All right, let's start at the beginning of this journey. Okay, how did you get started, or when did you find out that you were going to need a transplant?
Um, well, I mean, to answer your question specifically, I found out when they diagnosed me with end stage renal disease.
Okay, okay. Now, how old were you?
I was about 20, 21 years old, young.
Yeah. Okay. So I know you didn't just wake up and they said, hey, you have end stage. So what led up to your diagnosis?
So, I was in military school for some time, and I was gearing up to go into the military, the Navy, and I went to MEPS, which is where you get evaluated to get into the military. So you see their doctors, they do an evaluation, you walk, it's a whole evaluation with them, and step where you pee in the cup. Doctor said, well, it looks like you have too much protein. And I was like, oh, well, I mean, that's good. Protein rebuilds tissue, and yeah, I'm good. And it was like, no, it don't, no. So too much protein in the urine, that meant in medical terminology that it's spilling over into your urine, meaning that your kidneys are not functioning 100% capacity. It went in one end out the other. I was like, all right, I'm gonna go on a protein diet. It was my goal, dream to go into the military, being an army brat, and I went on a protein diet for like a month or 3, 4 weeks, about a month. Went back to MEPS with my Navy recruiter, and they said the same thing. So then I called my mother, told her, and they said that I need to go see a kidney specialist or see my own doctor. Long story short, we went to go see our own doctor, and he even said, "You need to see a kidney specialist. Something's going on with your kidneys." It went in there and out the other. Being a young adult as I was, I felt fine. I felt strong, vibrant, and I ignored it. Whatever. Went on my life. A couple of years later, 20, 21 years old, I'm walking with the illness at its latest stage, the end stage, with all of the symptoms. Bad smell coming out the mouth, feet swollen like a balloon, um, fatigue, can't even stand up and brush my teeth every morning. I'm sweating as I stand at the sink, and every morning I'm throwing up blood in the train station, not knowing why. And so I think I had the flu. I think I was just sick. And
The
so I started uh, eating oatmeal, drinking orange juice, taking some vitamins, trying to get strong. But no actuality, I was actually killing myself even more because orange juice, oatmeal, bananas, all that type of stuff, kidney patients can't eat because the it's high in potassium, it's high in phosphorus. So it was actually killing myself, and I didn't even know it. So one day I was working at American Girl on Fifth Avenue, and my feet were so swollen. I'm like, I can barely walk, but I had to work, of course. So I'm working, and I'm like my foot can't even fit in my shoe. And so I said to the supervisor, I said, I need to go to the hospital. I'm not feeling well. So I went to the hospital, Elmhurst Hospital in Queens, New York. Um, got into the emergency room, and they diagnosed me with end stage renal disease. I'm like, okay, all right, give me medications, wrap me up, give me a band-aid, send me on my way. Let me go do what I gotta do. And long and behold, it wasn't that simple.
Mm.
They said that any day, any second, I could have died with as
Oh,
much waste that was in me. So they put a tube in my neck, scars right here. I don't know if you can see it. They put a tube right there into my jugular, went into my heart to do emergency dialysis, and that was the change of my life.
okay. So I'm just taking all of that in. I'm just taking it in because you are like so many guests that I've had before. You were hard headed and stubborn, and you did not take proper care of your body.
I didn't
And
listen. I didn't listen to my body. I didn't listen
that
to the
that
doctor. I didn't
that is
listen to my body either.
hmm
The body
and
talks to you.
yes. And so after how long, how many months or how many weeks did you finally say, all right? Was it just that day when you had to go to the emergency room? That's
No,
when you
I was
finally just
living. I was living with the illness for God knows how long. I didn't. I mean, let's just say from when the doctor said that you have protein over spilling into your urine, that was the age 18. Let's just say from the age 18 to the age 20 something, I was living with the illness. Let's just say that.
wow. Wow. Yeah, yeah. You were in denial, in great denial. Okay.
Yeah.
So living in denial. And I understand and we know that blood pressure, um, high blood pressure can play a major part. And we spoke about that earlier. Um, what were some of the things that attribute or contribute to having kidney disease, so we can educate our audience?
So like you said, high blood pressure, um, drinking lots of coffee, drinking lots of dark liquids strains your kidney. Um, your kidney helps regulate your blood pressure. So if your blood pressure is too high, that damages several organs, not just your kidney. Um, yes, Steve the nurse.
Yeah, how you
Um, I like this StreamYard. It's awesome.
yeah.
Yes. But yes, your high blood pressure, some medications like Tylenol, some pain medications filter through your liver and some filters through your kidney.
Right.
So you want to be careful on what medications you take, of how much of it, lack of water, dehydration, all of that can lead up to kidney failure.
Oh, wow. Okay, so Key points now. Just make sure that if anybody's taking notes, take those notes down. And if you experience any of those symptoms he just said, make sure you go to the doctor and check them out. And I asked Juvon earlier if if this ran in his family, and this was not anything that was just common in his family, correct?
Correct. It's not. It's not. It's not hereditary in my line.
Okay. Hey Michelle, how you doing? Hey girl. And Steve is saying, especially Advil and ibuprofen.
Yeah,
Exactly.
those are the ones.
Yeah.
Advil and ibuprofen.
Yeah.
Tylenol you can take.
Yeah.
That filters through the liver, but ibuprofen, yes, that's the
Yeah.
main one.
Thanks, Steve. Thanks, Steve. Okay,
Steve the
so
nurse.
yes, the nurse, exactly, the nurse. We missed you, Steve. So we want to fast forward because I promise I wouldn't keep you long. You had these. You, I know there's some other things that transpired in your life up until the time you were told they had a kidney for you, but take us to the day that you got the phone call, because it's the latter part of the stuff I want to talk about. So take us to the day you found out you were having a life saving transplant.
So, as we talked about earlier, I'll paint the picture for your listeners, our listeners. Being on dialysis 5 years is a very long time. And I tell people today that dialysis is not the way of life, it's only a treatment which is short term. And I say that because there are people that like to live on dialysis. And dialysis does a lot of damage to the heart because of the tugging on the heart. The heart has its own rhythm. And if you disturb that rhythm with dialysis, pulling in another direction like tug of war, you're damaging the vessels to your heart. And that's why people die on dialysis, cardiac arrest. And I've seen people literally die in front of me on dialysis. Um, so leading up to the kidney transplant was a long road. It wasn't just like, okay, I went to dialysis every other day, 3, 4 hours on the machine, I'm good. No, it's like, yes, you do. It comes, it's a whole new life. Your other life stops. Going
Mm-hmm.
to work, reschedule it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, just reschedule your other life. Just
That's
put it
it.
on the back burner.
That's
No
it.
pun intended. And
Okay.
so you gotta schedule transportation. Find a center that you'll like and enjoy, because some centers you don't enjoy.
Mm-hmm.
Get on the shift, the first, second, or third shift. Now you have to get on the flow of going to dialysis. The needles. Let's not even talk about the needles that they stick in you. I got this scar on my arm. See, right there. There we go. I
Oh,
got this long scar on my arm that is from needles. The needles, they're 15 gauge, 16 gauge needles. It's like the biggest needles in the industry. It's not the length of the needle, it's the bevel, the hole of the needle. It is so big that when they stick it in you, it's like a blowtorch. And it really, really hurts. And you got to do this every other day. So I got
mm-hmm.
some lidocaine, numb that sucker real good. Put some plastic. That's every morning.
Yep.
You have to bring a snack. It's like you sitting on this machine for 3.5, 4 hours. Some people 5, 6 hours. That's like half your day. After, oh, let's just talk about the dialysis itself. It's
Right.
it's 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 rotating your blood. It's cleaning your blood. This machine is dialyzing. And while you sit there, my first treatment was so scary. My body got cold, it got hot, and I was shaking. I was like, what the heck is going on? It's like my body went through this chemical process. But let's get back to the 5 years, right? So
Right.
now I gotta find the ways of supporting myself. I put work on the back burner. I had to reschedule work. I don't know how some people do go to work after treatment. I don't know how they do it. You feel fatigue afterwards because you've been laying there. Sometimes you get cramps, and no, cramps is downplaying it. Sometimes you get Charlie horses on the machine, and not like you can jump up and stand up and try to get it out and walk it out. They got to disconnect you from the machine. Sometimes you can't sleep because you want to sleep during the treatment, so they give you Benadryl. Me, I was allergic to Benadryl. I had the adverse reaction. I need to run around the place. It gives me all this energy. Like right now, it's all this energy. Um, you got to apply for SSI, apply for SSD. Now you got to get on the transplant list. You don't automatically get on the transplant list. You have to qualify to get on the list. You have to go to appointments, evaluations, and get tested to get on the list.
Okay. All right. Tell
I
them now.
became,
Tell them.
huh?
I said, tell them. Tell
I
them.
I became a squatter in my own home
Mm,
because I couldn't take care of myself anymore. I became a squatter, meaning the landlord wanted to show the apartment off to somebody else, and I didn't want to. I said no.
mm,
I closed the door on him. This is my place until I move.
mm.
I couldn't pay the rent.
Wow.
That became that because that blah, that made me become a squatter. Um, then I had to find somewhere else to live, and this is where I found God. Found
Oh.
this. I met a woman, very nice. She introduced me to this church that was in Farm, Brooklyn. Went to this church, House of Living Bread. Gave my life over to the Lord. I saved, and I found out why God allowed this to happen to me. At first, it was, why did you do this to me? You sit on dialysis and you see all these older people on dialysis dying, and I'm the young person in the center. I'm like, what am I doing here? This looks like it's for old people. I mean, no pun intended. I'm like, what's going on? Okay, let's get to the ice cream on the cake. They call you every now and then. Now, what I did was just like getting a job. This is a hint for whoever's waiting on transplant. I would call the center. Hey, anybody die yet? We got any donuts yet? What's going on? I'm
What?
still here. That's what I would do. Just
Really?
like it was a job, I would follow up with them. And
Oh,
so
wow.
that kept me on their radar. It's not about who's at the top of the list. It's not about that. It's not about who matches well with the blood type, as
Mm,
most people think. You know, shout outs to Sunfield, Michigan. And
right.
so I get these calls every now and then. Hey, we got a kidney for you. There was a 14-year-old. Okay, just get ready. We're gonna call you back just to let you know. A couple hours later, hey, sorry about that. The kidney was not a good match for you. Sometimes you were overweight. I weighed too much. It was from a kid, and it didn't just wouldn't match up. It wouldn't do right for me, or it wasn't just a good kidney. You get these calls every now and then. It's like putting candy in the front of a child and saying, "Don't touch it,"
Yeah.
and then you take it back.
Right.
So 5 years of that,
5 years.
five
Wow.
years,
Mentally,
and so go ahead.
mentally, how did that affect you mentally?
Here we go. I get the call.
Okay.
All right, we need to get down to the emergency room, Mount Sinai Hospital. We need to get you down to the emergency room as soon as possible. Oh, okay. Go back watching TV.
Were you mentally drained at that point?
Yeah, it's the hopes is gone. There is no hopes. There's no clouds. There's no bubbles to pop anymore. All the bubbles are gone. Soap suds are gone. Just put the gun away, okay? The bubble gun. Just put it away.
Okay.
You
Okay.
know. And so the call came. Again, hours later, where are you? We need you to get down to the emergency room now. Oh, it's really happening? Yes! At that point, that's when I knew I could do backflips because I never did backflip before. So I got
Okay.
in the car, I sped all the way down. It was like 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, did 100 on the LIE. Didn't care if there was a lick of a siren, a light, anything behind me. I was getting down to the ER. 8 o'clock came. I'm sitting in the emergency room still. 8 o'clock came and they said, all right, we're gonna take some blood work. We're actually gonna dialyze you. I'm like, for what? Just give me the kidney. And then hours later, I went to the surgery and then I entered a new life again.
A new life. A new life. Mm, mm. So you've been given a life-saving transplant. You have now were you able to go back to work and everything because you also worked in the medical field, so you know what you're talking about when you're making these references to the needles and um which type of dialysis did you do again?
I did hemodialysis, went to the center and did it. But I
Okay.
didn't work into the medical field until after my transplant.
Okay. So that was that's another chapter in his life that that we're going to talk about. Oh, where she said you sounds like my okay. Okay. All right. So yes, it does. It did sound like him, and that's my girl Shelly. So you are now. Let me see, because I'm trying to slide this in here some kind of way on how you made the decision. Let's go here. You were taking how? Wait, did you tell me not to ask
I can
you?
get you there.
The medications.
I can get you there.
Okay, so how many medications were
There
you
you
taking?
go. So after transplant, you got to take medications, and they say you have to take these medications for the rest of your life
Hmm.
because these medications, anti-rejection medicine, is going to stop your body from rejecting something that's foreign to the body. Yes,
Hmm.
yes.
Okay.
Okay, we're gonna talk about that PD. But so you gotta take these anti-rejection medicines, and I was taking like maybe like 20 pills that did different stuff. Thank God I wasn't on prednisone because that makes you diabetic. Um, but back and forth, you gotta go back and forth to the doctors, and they wean you off medications as you go further in life. They check your prograph levels, make sure that you're not taking too much, and then you're not taking too little. And so I'm gonna let you take control of your show. I'm not gonna go there yet. I'll let you take us
Okay.
there.
No, no. I listen. I was anxious, and I know we shouldn't be anxious for anything, but I couldn't wait to talk about this because again, do you want to give a disclaimer now, even though I gave it?
This is my testimony. This is my testimony, which means this is between my God and me. It's a relationship that we have. This is the shoes that I walk in. You cannot walk in the same shoes that somebody else walks in. That's my disclaimer. That's the back door. We just closed the back door.
Okay, now that's it. Now these are his views, not transplant talk with not Shana. These are solely Chef Javon's experiences and his views. But you did something that only a few people have done before. You stopped taking that anti-rejection medicine. Okay, so when you tell someone that you stopped taking, well, yeah, when you tell someone that you made a choice, that was your conversation with God to stop taking this medicine. What do they say?
Uh, the usual now these days, of course. Oh my God, God is good. What you say? Stop taking what? God is good. Abasha. And so that that is that's what happens now, but that's not what was going on before. I mean, doctors would every doctor that I would see, and it got really annoying. Every doctor I would see. So I'm medicine free 6 years. Medicine free 6 years now. And so when it first happened, um, the doctor said it's never happened before. Please get on your medications. It's the transplant coordinators, all of them calling me, get on your medications. It's never happened before. And I'm like, don't you believe in God? They don't want to talk about God. They want to talk about science, facts, right? All right, so
Mm-hmm.
let's look at the facts. What does my blood results look like? They didn't want to talk about that. So doctor after doctor. One doctor I saw in Pennsylvania, he was supposed to be my new physician because I was living out there before I came to Florida. He said, I'm a child of God. And then I stopped him. I stopped him right there in his tracks because I didn't want him to condemn his own self. And so I said to him, before you go ahead, please don't put a but on the end of that sentence. If you're a child of God, you believe what God can do in its entirety, not some things. You can't believe that He raised the dead or He's been risen, as resurrection just Sunday just passed. You can't believe
Right.
that He's healed the blind and don't believe that He's healed the cripple or healed people from leprosy. There's no in between. You cannot ride the fence. It's either you believe in Him in total or you don't believe in His powers at all. And that means if you don't believe him all the way, that means you have lack of faith. And lack of faith is the currency of heaven. Maybe when I get there, maybe. But anyway,
Okay.
it was a long journey though.
I'm sure. I'm
It was a
sure.
long journey though. It
Okay.
was a long journey. My faith was tested. I put it out on Facebook, and and people condemned me and shunned me and said you could take your medications. And I went back to pastor. I said, why people are saying this? I thought people believe in God. I thought they believe in what he do. And he said that if you heard directly from God, lean on his word. And so I did. I took it off of Facebook. And then God told me that people weren't ready for it. The world is not ready for that news. And
Mm-hmm.
then years later, I put it back up on social media. People said they would actually follow me just to see when the kidney's going to fail. People said they will follow me just to see if I was a liar.
Wow.
I'm still here. I didn't really talk about the shutting that I did, how I heard from God, but I shut myself in the church, fasted and prayed. I woke up with God and went to sleep with God, no outside world for a week, and that's when God told me that He was going to make me and the kidney one. That's how it happened. 6 years now,
6 years.
and my blood results they come back normal, not in the transplant range.
Mm-hmm.
They come back normal, as if it never happened before. Only one person could do that.
Oh, there only one. There is only one. There's only one man
That's
that
it.
can do that.
By the
Wow.
grace of God, like Jamaica said.
Yeah. So strong faith. That was look and she say preach, yeah. Preach,
And
yeah.
I'm gonna say the disclaimer again.
Okay.
That is my testimony. You, I'm no way in shape or form advising you to come off your medication because of your faith is strong like mine. I'm not saying it's weaker than mine, and I'm not saying it's stronger than mine. But that was a conversation that God had with me directly.
That's
Please,
your personal conversation.
yes. Please
You wasn't
consult
in
with
a
your
room.
Lord.
You were not in a room with him when
Right.
when he had this conversation with his God. So
Right.
um
Hey, you better shout up in here. Come on.
now
Come on.
that's my daddy. That's
Yes.
so I knew and again I wanted to make I want to make sure because people when they ask me about the show about persons or people living with HIV and how they were able to be, um, transplanted. A lot of questions came about that. So I'm pretty sure this will be another conversation piece. And he talks. You better listen. Absolutely, Miss Howard. Absolutely. Thank you for watching the
Yeah.
show. Thank
Hey,
you for watching the show, Miss Howard. And yes,
glory.
of yourself totally God, turn over God, you believe. Okay, so yeah, so this is the response I expect from my TTWN nation, making everybody is praising God and all glory, to God. And yes, mama, look at God and what he's done and he's here. And so since then, it's been, a few years now. You've had a whole lot of more birthdays since then. And so what have you been doing, you know, since you've been blessed to receive this life saving transplant? What have you been doing?
Living my best life. I'm just living my best life. I mean, I'm an award-winning celebrity chef. My goal is to climb every mountain or just move mountains out of my way. I'm on radios, TV shows, wherever I can go to give God the glory, to tell the world that He is the CEO of the healing business. He's not in the healing business. You know, people say He's in the healing business. He's not an employee.
No.
He is the founder and the CEO. Jehovah Rapha. He is the CEO of healing. And so
Mm-hmm.
that is my ultimate goal. That is what I do through my food, my dinner parties. I testify to people. I testify to my clients. Is no shame in my game. I've gotten opportunities where they wanted me not to speak of the healing process. They wanted me not to speak of what God has done in exchange for money. This is how the devil works. Yeah,
What?
yeah, 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 yeah. That's how the devil works. But that is my ultimate goal.
So the devil tried to shut you down, and they
Yes.
tried to entice you with money
Yes.
so that
Yes.
you would not tell your
Yep.
story
Yep.
on what God has done for you. Wow. Wow. Well, we definitely give all glory and honor, to God. But because of this experience, is because of this experience, you decided to get into the medical field. Tell us a little bit about that.
Sitting there on dialysis, you either read a book, you go to sleep, or you're staring at everybody else, right? And
Exactly.
so I sat there and I'm watching the techs, I'm watching the nurses do what they do. And I sat there and I was like, I want to do that. I want to help people. And I was what you call the problem patient. I was the problem patient because I was always advocating for other patients, sticking up for other patients, make sure my chair was right, blood was clean, using gloves, and I was just one of those patients because I cared about what I was going through, and I was cared about what we're going through, and somebody needs to speak up for some of the patients that speak for patients that don't speak up for themselves, and so I said I want to do that. I want to help people. I want to serve because I'm already a servant at heart. So I went to school for medical assistant. Got a job at the doctor's office. It wasn't enough for me, and I got a job at Mount Sinai Hospital, same hospital I got the transplant at, and I got a job as a nurse assistant. And then when I worked in the emergency room one night, watching a patient on a one-to-one, I said, "This is where I need to be." Yes, oh, the adrenaline, they rushing, people oozing blood, and yes, I was like, "Yes, this is it." I was like, so I spoke to the administrator over the emergency room. I said, "Listen, if you ever got a shift, you let me know. You hit my number, call me." And a few months later, I got a job in the ER as a nurse tech, and I was like, 5 years in the emergency room, love it, loved
Wow.
it.
That's
She said,
fantastic.
loved it, loved it, loved it.
I I hope and pray that your testimony, your walk that you went through, that you just shared, has inspired somebody watching. This show today. You never gave up. You kept your faith in God, and you did not shut up when people tried to shut you up because you understood the assignment. Let me just say that you understood the assignment for you to be out here. Um, for you to be here on my show and still everywhere you go, even the show that you were on, which is what I saw, what I saw your testimony on there, and I said, listen, gotta have this man on my show because his energy was just so over the top, and you brought that energy right here, and you had that same energy this afternoon. I'm so grateful for you, um, for being in that moment with me this afternoon, and again,
Absolutely. It was only God. It was only God that planted that right there. That
and yeah, and you know what? You said something on that show, and you said God was putting he was setting the stages up so that you can be on the stage.
God has the plan for the plan.
Come on.
He is the
Come
God
on.
that has He knows the end before the beginning even began.
Right.
Hello.
Come on.
Everywhere He places you in life is strategically done so that when you get to the next level, you're ready. You know how when you pray for something specifically and
Yes.
you say, God, I'm asking for patience. He's not going to just throw patience at you. He's going to throw trials and tribulations at you so that you
And
can get patient. It don't come
and do
easy.
and do.
God, I thank you for knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. He's going to throw you in trials and tribulations to make you smarter and understand and get smart and get understanding.
Wow.
Strategic levels, just so that you can get to the next step.
Come on.
Just like
Come
a
on.
video game.
Right.
You can't
Stage
get to the
one,
next
stage
level if you don't pass the first level.
right. You gotta beat that first level. Absolutely. 'Cause I can attest to that. I can attest to that. You gotta hang in there. You gotta push through. And I know that's what I'm gonna have to do for the rest of this school year. I gotta push through.
Mashonda, you're gonna push through every April, every May. You are going to push through, and you're gonna conquer.
Yeah, yeah,
I declare and
absolutely.
decree.
Come on, come on. I declare and decree as well. I thank you so much. I do thank you so much. So the last question would be for you. If there's someone on the fence, because I know you haven't met your donor family yet, but if someone is thinking about not becoming an organ donor, what would you tell them?
Man, I mean, I just said it on my live a few minutes ago too. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for my donor. I wouldn't be here because I've seen so many people die on dialysis. And remember, again, dialysis is not the way of life. It's only a treatment. You can save 12 lives when you die. 12 lives you can save. Give the opportunity, the gift of life. Why be stingy with your eyes? Why? I mean, when you die, this is no longer your shell, it's no longer your temple. You ain't taking it to heaven or hell, wherever you decide to go. You know, wherever you decide to go, you have the right, you have the decision on where you go. But anyway, that's a whole nother, that's preaching right there. But I'm gonna leave that to your father right there. But
Okay.
anyway, I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for my transplant. I wouldn't. I know I wouldn't.
Mhm.
So donating organs, stem cell, blood, it really saves lives. It really does. So I appreciate the donors. I would encourage everyone, make sure you get donors on your um on your license.
Okay.
Um 12 lives. Watch the movie 12. What's that movie?
12 pounds?
12 pounds?
Was it 12 pounds? I think it was 12 pounds.
Will Smith 12 something.
Okay.
12 something. Watch that movie. Awesome.
Right. Yeah. That very interesting movie. Or you can also watch A Question of Faith. A Question of Faith
Question of
was,
faith. Okay, I gotta
yeah,
watch that.
the was the movie that touched me. And so again, thank you. I really do hope and pray that you have the opportunity to reach out and meet your donor
Absolutely. I'm working on that.
donor.
I'm gonna call the hospital probably tomorrow and work on that.
Okay, I think my daddy said it's seven. I think that's the seven. Is it 7 pounds or something like that? Is it? Okay, I don't know. Will Smith not getting any. I'm not getting Will Smith money over here. So,
But since then it's now 12 lives you can save.
right, yeah, 7 pounds. That's
Seven
what it is.
pounds.
Seven
Yes.
pounds. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
Put my cake back on. That's sis. Come on. It was awesome. Yeah, yeah. Putting my cake back on. You gotta put it on. And I promise you, if anybody knows me, woo-hoo, this month right here, it's always that test and that trial for me. This the month of April, and I know Shell, um, we experience the same thing. And Sadria, she's been going hard because this month is also Donate Life Month, and we celebrate Sadria's daughter Brianna and Shell's son Ken. So thank you so much. Thank you for having the audience all up in arms. They're loving your energy.
Yes. This is the same energy I give my clients too when I'm doing dinners.
Say
This is
what?
the same this is the same energy I give my clients when we doing dinners.
Okay, so go ahead and so my daddy wanted to know how you became an award-winning celebrity chef, but give your information out just in case they want all that energy in their house.
Yes. So it's your boy Chef Juvon, award-winning celebrity chef. You can follow me on Instagram and Facebook. It is the exact spelling right there, and no apostrophe, of course. But
Mm-hmm.
that exact right there. It's a pleasure being an inspiration and being used by God. I became a celebrity chef by just doing what I do. It wasn't a goal. I didn't say I want to be a celebrity chef in life. I actually want to be a chef in the military, in the Navy. But it was just doing what I do. Um, the ultimate, the ultimate reason was just me just testifying, giving God the glory. If He's going to use me to get on the highest mountain or the highest hills that I can get on to give Him glory, by all means, use me, Lord. Use me at Your will. But I've cooked for a lot of celebrities. Not only cook for a lot of celebrities, I cook for local people as well. They're all the same, just one got more money than the other. And a lot of interviews, a lot of TV. I've done major news, other TV shows like you mentioned, and so that's what how I became a celebrity chef.
All right, man.
And we
Okay.
travel and serve the U.S. and abroad. And we're also selling our Chef Bougie rub. I'm known as the bougie chef. I am known as the bougie chef. I will come to your house and get all bougie. Make sure you have this full course elevated dining and experience. We don't sell food, we sell an experience. And
Mm,
so
come on.
this is our chef bougie rub. It's on
Uh-oh.
sale today
Wait,
until
say
the
the
end
name
of the night,
again.
20% off.
You froze a little bit. So
Huh?
say that again. You froze a little bit. So say it again.
Got you. It's our Chef Bougie Rub. It's on sale today until the end of today. It's 20% off. You can go to our website or go to our Instagram, the shopping cart on Instagram, and purchase it on checkout. Use the word live because we live. Yes. Um, it's
Okay.
low sodium, very low in sodium because we care about our
Okay.
hearts. It's gluten
Okay.
free. It has espresso in it. It has lemon pepper in it. Brown sugar is good on. We just made lamb today, right before the show. We just made some lamb and some garlic mashed potatoes and broccolini. Lord have mercy, Jesus! But you got to see the video on that.
I did see that, and that is one of the things my baby daughter loved for my dad to cook is lamb. Probably cook some lamb. I put some lamb. So my dad throws down as well. He throws down on the lamb.
You gotta get the
He
Chef
goes,
Bougie rub.
Daddy, we got to get you the rub. We got to get you the rub. It's 20% off. Tell him now Shonda sent you from TTWN. And we just want to make sure that everybody is aware. And, some people, everybody has their own assignment. And
Yes.
this was his assignment. And I think you told me maybe two other people stopped their medicine as well. And they're still living. And it's been
Hmm.
a few decades now that
Yep.
they have taken their medication. So, you know, he picked up the torch. Again, disclaimer: his walk, not yours. Don't play with it. Understand?
That's
Stay in your
it.
lane. Stay in your lane. And again, thank you, my brother, for being on this show. Um, Thank you. Just
It was
thank
a pleasure. Thank you.
I have to thank you for everything today. I have to thank you for everything. And listen, guys, because we were having technical issues, and he said he prayed. Then he said, "Nope, we're gonna be able to do this show," and we actually did it. A few hiccups, but it didn't stop. And he gave a great interview. And go ahead and support it. Look at it. She says she's coming. What she say? She says, "Come on with this marketing yourself." Yes. Hello. Come on. Yes. Yes. Yes.
Hello.
Hello. Yes. Yes.
Hello.
Going for the rub. Hello. Let's make sure that we even put it in here so if anybody else asks, we can just drop that in there and help support this faith walking, God talking, God fearing man. So
Yes.
that is who he is.
Yes.
Thank you all. And wait a minute. Is that our own
Huh?
Tumblr? We have our
What's
own.
that? What?
We
What?
have.
What? Oh, this?
We
Oh.
come
Oh,
on,
this whole thing.
come on, come on. Y'all just don't know how bad I needed this laugh today. Y'all have no clue. Yes, market yourself. I market my daughter, and this is what we doing. So if you want some melanaid, let me go ahead and put it out there again.
Yes.
Um, she said, "You better, Chef Boozy." She said, "Yeah." So if y'all want that melanaid to get y'all right, get
Yes. Get that
on that
pinky out.
rub. There y'all go.
To
There
get
y'all go.
pinky. To make it get the pinky out when you're eating.
You saw. Well, my pinky is a little different, but that's what that's where you can that's where you go and find him. Thank you all again so very much, guys. Thank you all for the questions for the chef this evening. And until next time, I just need you all to remember that organ donation does not only save lives, but organ donation changes lives. So be the change
Mm.
and become an organ donor. Go to registerme .org or go to donatelifeflorida.org. Tell them that Shauna sent you. God bless you all. Have a wonderful week. Uh, Wonderful weekend, and y'all just pray for me this weekend because Lord have mercy, Jesus. We're gonna be all right. I'm gonna call Chef and we'll talk it out. So again, thank you all so much. And Chef, I'm gonna put us backstage, but stay right there. God bless you all. Good. See you next. See you next week. See you next week.
Yeah.